the problem on one of the bills we'll hear today about House of Lords reform, we'll hear about a white paper, is that he wanted to announce that when he became Prime Minister as a way of making a break with the Blairite past, saying that there's a fresh start. The last thing he wants is for all that to be sorted out now.
I was just speaking, Nick, the Prime Minister, just popped into the car in Downing Street and off he goes. It's 5 to 11 and just gone, and he's on his way, so he'll be at the House of Commons in less than a minute.
I think the human thing that is so interesting about watching that shot of the Prime Minister is that he is now going to a series of last events. The last Queen's speech, and there'll be people he sees today who we'll never see again in quite this role. There'll be receptions he go to here that he won't go to again. I attended the Lord Mayor's banquet the other night, reporting on it, not dining at it, but again there were farewell speeches. And it will just now publicly be dawning on him that everywhere he goes, he attends events where people say, well, thanks very much, 10 years, you're off now, bye. And yet, in theory, he's going to be here till next July, August. Who knows?
So the Imperial State Crown is now on display in the Royal Gallery, and it is a magnificent sight. It's a replica, actually, of the one that was made for Queen Victoria in 1837, and it has thousands of precious stones in it, and it's very heavy too. The Queen wears this crown just on these state occasions, state opening of Parliament and at the coronations. It's a very, very special day in that sense, and the crown itself carried, actually, on the Queen's first state opening, because she hadn't been crowned at the time, so the Imperial State Crown was carried ahead of her, but she's worn it since then, and the crown will stay now on display there until the Queen is ready to wear it. And here we have the Sword of State and the Cap of Maintenance. Now these again are two very old traditional symbols of the sovereign's power. The cap itself, a reminder of the days when the Pope used to give a cap to monarchs that he favoured. His favourite monarchs used to get the gift of a cap. Henry VIII had one, fat little good that did him, and Henry VII, the Pope I mean, not Henry VIII. So these obviously are very, very important parts of the ceremony, and they will be on display. And when we see the great procession in state later on, with the Queen wearing that magnificent crown, we'll have the Sword of State and the Cap of Maintenance being carried